Hi everyone, your Midwest mom is here, and I know, long time no see. Trust me, I did other videos and I deleted them by accident. It's, yeah, I know. So today is the first week of spring break. So we just completed an event and I came right on. I was motivated to come and talk to you guys about it. So go ahead, sit back, relax, grab that popcorn because we are going to have some fun. All right. So, yep. And you can see the tail. So Ghost is here. So, oh, and he left. So just leaving me. But I hope everyone is enjoying spring as it's just been waiting for everything to melt. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I pan up. Yeah, see right there? The whole bag is still bombarded with snow that hasn't melted yet. So I will be, so given this the first week of spring break, there was so much advertisement for the Disney animation, and I thought, why not? Let's take Danielle to something to keep her stimulated and creative while she is not in school. And since I had a little bit of time from work, why not have a Mommy and Danielle day? So throughout this conversation with you, I'm going to go and edit in a few of the events that took place at the event. But at the end, I'll show you a few things here and there, and I hope it motivates you to go to it as well because it was great. So enjoy. So I thought it would be beneficial to do the VIP package because that came with a lot of things to keep comfort when you arrive. So it was very easy when you walk in. They had everything lined up by your last name. But I highly recommend that you have at least your barcode for your tickets available just in case. Now, in my area, it was the same location where the Bridgerton experience was held. That was different. Even though they could not find my name on the list, I had my barcode, so they let me in. So just be aware of that experience because I saw both. But in ours, it was fairly easy, and I did the order Friday, and it was already on the list and good to go for Monday. We did it today. So when you first come in for the VIP, they bring you over to another area and they have these hard stock badges for you. However, your actual lanyard to go with it is your choice. Thankfully, the one I wanted, this was the last one, and that was Minnie and Daisy on one side, and then on the inside it was a grayscale of the two of them. I thought it was very pretty and had its own little floral to it given we're in spring. Danielle, on the other hand, wanted the lanyard that had all of the Disney princesses. Now, at that time, there were 5 different options of just one Mickey or any of the sort. So if you're looking for the one that I have, I would recommend getting there a little earlier. They say on the info sheet to arrive 20 minutes before your time slot started, and we just so happened to get there 30 minutes prior, and that was the last one. So take that as you will. We were the 2 o'clock slot, so if you're early in the day, may not have that issue, but towards the end of the time slots, think about that if you want one particular thing over the other. And after you get your badge, if that is in the category that you selected, you get to go down this very beautiful decorative hallway. And I should be inserting it right here, and it was this beautiful, very lit room that had a winding road, almost like a maze, and as you're going through one side or the other, there are sketches of characters on each side, from princesses to evil characters to uh, anything you could think of. Found Maleficent. We turned it into a game between myself and Danielle of trying to pinpoint and name people and get the creative side going of her finally realizing what might be taking place, because I didn't tell her. So she saw the princesses and she was able to pinpoint Simba and all these other characters, and those that she didn't know, I was there to explain who they were, and that got her going. So right when you go around that little winding road, you go right into what's best way I can describe it as a sketchbook area. Now they will open the banner or your designated area at the time that you designated for yourself. So even though we were there early and they let me come in to look at things and touch and play with the sketch area, they did not let us come into the actual immersion section until our designated area. So please be mindful of that. Either be on time or at least be there 10 minutes prior, just to make sure your little one or yourself can enjoy the sketch area. Now in the sketch, there is multiple things going on just in that room. They had a double view on each wall. While one screen is playing the sketch of a scene from start to finish, the very next one next to it is the animated view of it. So again, there should be a cut in right here of various movies, from Beauty and the Beast, Frozen, Peter Pan. All of these things, they're showing the sketch, Jungle Book. All of these things are being shown in the sketch form, and then right afterwards is the animation. So that immediately grabbed Danielle's attention because it was some movies she's never seen. She hasn't seen Jungle Book. She hasn't really seen Lady and the Tramp. So this area seemed to be more driven to the adults that are coming, so that while the kids are having a portion where they can color and draw and learn how to do different characters, the adults can now walk around and see other things as well. Now there were clay animation, so there was clay statues of Moana and Elsa and various characters encased in cases. So as you walk around, you can see a 3D of the characters, how they were meant to look in the artist's mind. So I enjoyed that portion, and I could stay in one area and Danielle could go and talk to other kids. Even the kids were starting to play with each other and be friendly. So no one was being distant. They were already joyful. They were already enjoying the day. Now, once the rope dropped and they let people come in tiers. So the first group that was able to come in was the VIP. And if that is not the tier that you want to either pay for or come into, here's what happens. So the first group is allowed to come in through the room, and there are limited benches. in there. Some closer to the walls, some are midway, some are just scattered about. But primarily, the whole area is carpet. It's not plush, but it's soft. But the one thing they do give you from the Lighthouse Immersion.com, which is right now running the Disney experience, they give you one of the cushion mats to sit on. So either if you're sitting on a bench, you got some cushion. So for VIP, you were given these. Everyone has one, but you get to keep these in my category. So I got one, Danielle got one, but as they didn't tell you anything about what's the best way to sit, what to do, they just say, come on in. So in order of merit, the VIP come in, you find your spot, and then they start bringing in the next tier, and then general admission, and what is left, that's on you. If you're in my case, don't sit on the bench. If you are physically able, if your child is able to get up, sit down, fight, I would recommend grabbing this, sitting in the center, either in the back or towards the sides, because I'm going to show in another video on how things are played. So, and if you're on a bench, it's pretty hard to then move from one area to another to see everything, because you have the stabilized benches. They do not move, so you physically have to move. If you're on the floor and you're able to enjoy swiveling, because when this is on the carpet, you can whoop, come back, whoop. It will give you some slide, and that way you're not missing anything. And on top of that, since Danielle eventually gave up sitting, she enjoyed it so much she wanted to sing and dance and go along with it. I then had 2 cushions underneath my butt, so I had more cushion to enjoy the show. Now, the show from start to finish. They have on the info that it's about an hour for your expectation. I'm going to say that's not, true. From us arriving about 20 minutes prior, so we got there about 1:40. So from 1:40 checking in, we bought snacks so we can sit and eat popcorn to enjoy the show, to having everything start, because it technically started at about 2:15. So you had enough time to sit, have the kids play with the animation that's taking place on the floor. And from 2:15, it went until about 3:30. Now, 3:30, they open it up, you walk through, and I'll talk about that at the end, what's after that point. Now, the experience. Even as an adult, I enjoyed it. There was multiple areas to look. They constantly kept you entertained, not with strobe lights, not with any mist or air or additional sounds. It was truly you pretty much planted into every story. So right here is where I'm going to actually put in. There were beautiful moments, and again, I do not own the music that is being played. It is all Disney. I'm going to try to see if I can add it in without any restrictions, but from Pocahontas to Encanto to Elsa, Frozen to Aladdin, all of these things were brought in beautifully, told a story, had the kids wanting to get motivated and get up. And at a certain point, I'm going to show in here, Peanut, actually, she got up. She was, it spoke to her. So she wanted to, we don't talk about Bruno. She was in it. So it was fantastic, from being stimulated with the colors, with the songs, with the animation, with movies that it was intriguing. Now, do I wish it was longer? Yes. Because it was kids in various ages. I saw one, I think I saw a couple of toddlers. So you had some that were 2, and then there were, it went all the way up to, I saw adults there. Like, they went by themselves. So it grabs everybody, entices everyone, and various times through it, Danielle was giving me hugs from the back going, I love this. I love this. Thank you so much. I love this. Because again, it was a surprise to her. So for her, it was everything. Now, where are you? When you get there, they give you this. And yep, you can actually see it. So they give you this wristband. Every single person gets one. And I asked, hey, can I keep one so I can talk about it? Yeah, go ahead. So it lights up and is animated to the activities that are taking place on the screen. So if there's fireworks, this thing is going off like crazy, and the kids are like, ah, look, ma, look. You're like, I have the same one too, baby. So, but at the end, when it is over, everyone is supposed to get this. And I was like, can I just keep it? And it wasn't a VIP thing. I was just like, hey, so I can talk about it, let them know that this will be on someone's wrist, and it's very easy. It's by little, it's not like zip tie, but it has a little notch to tighten it. And I would recommend you helping your kid put it on, because it takes a little bit of time to work this. For me, they're not even. So if you're like me, a little OCD, I had to first even it out, then put it on her. Because if you didn't, then one side was like longer than the other, and that bothered me. And then you spend the whole time looking at this instead of what you're supposed to be focusing on. So just take a moment and get yourself adjusted before getting into everything. But if you're not like me, just put it on and keep going. Once it's over, they open up the doors again, and those who do not have, there's certain, if you were not VIP, if you were general, you're giving back your cushion. I recommend bringing a bag because I forgot, and I thought it would be more decorative. So this you get to keep. I wish, although it was of course advertising and it was meant to showcase the lighthouse, just if there was something Disney right here, or something that showcased why we were there, that would have been great to have. Or even on the back, because this is very decorative. This is kind of muted, so it could have been here. But take into the office, sit on it, go to a game, you can sit on it, protect yourself if you go to a hockey game or one of your kids' baseball games, you can sit on this, get a little cushion. So as you are leaving, either you're turning this in, so it's a 1-for-1 for the following. Each person gets this. And it's so beautiful. So it is, I want to say, not 8 by 10, but it looks like it's 8 by 10, a portrait. And each person does. There were some families who are like, it's 4 of us. Why do we need 4? Like, no, just keep it. But my house, Danielle gets one, I get one. Yes, yes. And they had them all ready. So this, I'm going to figure out a way, either I can frame it or just do something with it. But at least this was a great little memorable item for you to receive. If you do not see anything, going into the next section. And here it is. Okay. In the Bridgerton experience, there was a very small little section for apparel, from tees to a little bit of clothing to something to commemorate the event. Disney, of course, is Disney. So there was a bigger portion that was very bright after you leave the experience, which is it's not very dark, but it's the lights are dimmed, you're moving from one area to another, so you're brought into this very bright area. Of course, who'd I have with me? Peanut. So we were able to park all of our things onto a cushion, and I had her walk the area. And this is where we get to this portion of the show. She wanted things, I wanted things. We didn't have the husband together, so we got in trouble. So before you even go, and he said, I heard that. But before you go into the immersion, you can get popcorn, you can get juice. So we did get popcorn, and I would recommend that just to be able to have a snack. But this thing is so big, it doesn't look like it until you deflate it, because it's very sealed when you get it, so it looks like it's smaller than what it is. One bag is good for almost 3 people, and we got 2 bags. I don't know what I'm doing with this popcorn, but I got the caramel corn, and Danielle got the buttery salt. Buttery salt was very good. This sweet, so both of them together, if they would have gave me a 3rd bag and I would have mixed them together, it would be perfect. So she immediately wanted this, and when I first saw it, I was like, oh, what? She's like, no, Mom, it's sleep. And I was like, no, it's the mural of Simba that was on the wall. And she's like, oh yeah, that's right. But has Lion King on it, and it has the plush, very cushy. I was like, this is what you want? Okay. Well, if you're going to get this, the mom and me, get a book. Get a book. So she got that. There was a huge table of the foiled old Disney books. If you remember those when you were little, they had the foil on the end. You can easily go through and read the story of different characters, and they had it for everything. They even had it updated for Moana. They had it updated for Frozen and other current movies as well. So this was a great thing for her to be able to go through and read while on spring break. So I couldn't fight her on it. It's like, hey, 1 and 1, done. Now me, I could not help myself. I had to have this book. It is Beyond the Tiara, the stories, the influence, the legacy princesses. Now, when you first think of something like that, you think they're only going to be talking about the princesses of Disney. No, no, no. No, no, no. It's decorative and pretty, and that's where I wanted to get to. Page 90. Where are you? They started talking about the fashion of the characters. What did they get the inspiration from? And as you're going through, you get details of Grace Kelly and Diana and all of these other very historic women that were a part of either Disney or the inspiration of it. Even some vintage photos dating back all the way back to Snow White. Look how pretty. It's such a book to have on a coffee table. It's so beautiful. So it's something that I'm definitely going to read and learn and have a greater appreciation for the thought process behind these beautiful created women. So this very thick book is going to keep me busy. So you say, well, I got a book. What else did you get? An updated Elsa. Look at her. So they did have at the store was an updated version, almost like a Norway influence of Elsa, Anna, and what can I? Brain has lost its way. But there were other characters as well. So I thought she was beautiful. So I thought I would grab her and add her to the collection. So that was it. See, wasn't that bad? So, which is weird. You'd think I would know everything that's gone, or some of the stuffies that were there. There, of course, Minnie, Mickey were there. The Fantastic Seven were not, but there was a few from The Lion King. There was a few from Frozen. There were, oh, who else? Can't remember. There was a little bit of clothing. Not a lot of sizes, though. So there was a lot of toddler sizes on shirts. There was a few towel robes, like a towel robe covering. But again, that was all for kids. A little bit of pens. Wasn't a lot for adults. There were cups or coffee mugs, but nothing geared towards me other than this beautiful book. So take that for what it's worth. But again, it was truly something that Danielle loved, and it was a great surprise. So I'm going to add the link to the main website for this event. Check out your area, see the dates, and if you have the ability, even though it's open on weekends as well. So take the kids, let them enjoy the fun. I know we did. So if you enjoy everything for today, I will be back with other items to review too. So you're gonna see some more of me. So housekeeping, what are we talking about? Okay, guys, we're almost at 1,700 subscribers. That's amazing. Since the last time I talked to you, we were teetering on 1,000. Now we are significantly over it. So thank you so much. So we must be doing something right. So tell a friends, tell more friends. we have so much fun over here and giggling, and there's Ghost. So like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what, if you have already seen it, tell me what your favorite part was. Go ahead and comment down below. Let's motivate more people to go see it because it was worth it. So until next time, everyone, enjoy spring, enjoy the sunlight, and bye.